It's 1980, a new decade, a new challenge. The world is shifting, oil prices are high, technology is changing fast, and America needs a smarter kind of strength. They didn't just want power anymore, they wanted efficiency. They wanted something smarter, something that looked ahead. Ford had already built its reputation on power, but now the question was, could they build for the future? That's when the 7th generation F-Series was born. Smoother, lighter, more aerodynamic. A truck that didn't just face the wind, it mastered it. The late 1970s had humbled even the toughest machines. Gas was scarce, prices were rising, and America, once obsessed with raw power, had to rethink everything. For Ford, this was a wake-up call. They couldn't just make trucks bigger, they had to make them smarter. The 7th generation F-Series wasn't born from comfort, it was born from necessity. Ford engineers tore down the old formula and started fresh. New materials, new shapes, and a new mindset. The goal? To build a truck that could stand strong against rising fuel costs without losing the soul of the F-Series: toughness, dependability, and pride. Gone were the square, heavy lines of the past. In their place, smoother edges, a slanted front, and a body designed to cut through the air. This wasn't about looking fancy, it was about survival. The oil crisis had taught Ford a lesson: power means nothing if you can't afford to use it. So, they gave the F-Series an aerodynamic body, one that reduced drag, improved mileage, and moved like never before. Inside, Ford embraced comfort like never before. More headroom, softer seats, modern controls. For the first time, a truck cabin felt less like a workshop and more like a living room on wheels. This was the new era of design: strong, efficient, and undeniably stylish. Under the hood, Ford offered engines that fit every driver's need, from the trusty 4.9-liter inline-six to the monstrous 7.5-liter V8. And for those looking for endurance, the new 6.9-liter diesel V8 made its debut, a symbol of raw torque and efficiency combined. But perhaps the biggest shift came with the introduction of the F-150 in 1975, and by the early 80s, it had officially replaced the old F-100 as Ford's new half-ton hero. Stronger frames, better suspension, more power and control. The F-150 didn't just carry the torch, it lit a new fire. It was tough enough for the job site, smooth enough for the highway, and efficient enough to keep America moving when times were hard. In 1980, a brand new Ford F-150 started around $6,000, a fair price for a machine built to last a lifetime. Chevrolet and Dodge tried to compete, matching specs, copying styles. But Ford had something the others didn't: balance. While others chased numbers, Ford focused on feeling. How the wind slipped across the hood. How the cabin felt after a long day's work. How every mile reminded you, this wasn't just a truck, it was progress. Today, the 7th generation F-Series is remembered as the truck that bridged two worlds: the old, rugged era of muscle and the new age of intelligence. Collectors love them for their clean lines and simplicity, and enthusiasts respect them for what they represent: adaptation. This was the generation that taught Ford to think ahead, to evolve with the times without ever losing heart. Every modern F-150, every Super Duty, every Raptor owes something to this era, because in the early 80s, Ford didn't just redesign a truck, they redefined what it meant to be built Ford tough. So, what made the 7th generation F-Series so special? It wasn't just its look, it was its mindset. Born from crisis, built with courage, and designed with intelligence, it proved that true strength isn't about resisting change. It's about adapting to it. The 7th generation didn't just fight the wind, it worked with it. And in doing so, it set the stage for the next 4 decades of Ford dominance, because sometimes, evolution is the toughest road of all. Watch the full Ford Legacy series to see how innovation and toughness shaped history. From the 1948 bonus built to the modern-day powerhouse. Link in the description.